Well, as you can see, we won't see the moon rise this evening. Night it's full. Oh, we can look up and we can see a chemtrail residue. Look at that. The chemtrailing bastards. They don't give up, do they? What a beautiful sunset though. So let's go and have a look at that. Look, chemtrail. Look at that big fat one. You can tell it's a chemtrail because of how straight it is, and how big and fat it is, and how it's higher than the almost natural cloud, which was previously made by chemtrails but have saturated enough of the humidity so that they've come down a little bit. You can see the underlit parts of cloud, and yet how could they be underlit if the sun's set? The sun set ages ago actually. I've already put the pictures up on Facebook, so damn it, I forgot to look at the time before I started this. I don't think yes, it is 7:39 right now. So if you look on my Facebook, just Ross Thatcher on Facebook, you'll see where I posted in real time the pictures. We'll go back to 1.0 zoom. The pictures where the sun had already set, and I posted them within a minute or two of taking them because it was such a beautiful sunset. And look at that. Now, anybody in their right mind who still thinks we live on a spinning space ball, though, to say, oh yeah, well the sun's still shining up through space, has no idea of the model that they're living on. No idea. I mean, technically speaking, right, if when I looked up from here, which that's up right there now, when the sun was there, right, this spinning space ball of a 40,000 kilometre circumference would have been spun backwards towards actually back to the east. We're spinning away from it now at some ridiculous speed of about 1,700 kilometres an hour. Glad I brought my helmet with me. Yeah, the horizon from when the sun's directly overhead, well, should I say the terminator lines of the horizon, where the sun would be shining on the planet at the time, would be 10,000 kilometres either side of me, over about 7,000 to 8,000 kilometres of curvature drop. So when we're looking at the sun going beneath the horizon, just 5 kilometres away over there, we're supposed to believe that the Earth has spun that much. So I'm actually 10,000 kilometres further downhill from it now than what I was, and the clouds are just drifting with me, of course, because why wouldn't they just drift with the planet spinning so fucking fast? So why then, from 10,000 kilometres of curvature drop with clouds in the way, look at all those clouds in the way, how is the sun hitting these very low clouds, very low and local to me? You know, I don't think they're even a kilometre high. As far as I'm concerned, they're just not. They're 800 metres high, in my estimation, at the most. I mean, I wouldn't even credit them with being that high. I don't think the clouds are nearly as high as they try to tell us. But look, the whole horizon is covered by a massive bank of clouds. There is no way that the sun can be shining through a gap through the underneath the curvature, underneath all those clouds, and lighting the bottom of those clouds. Look at them, they're still lit. At the speeds that the Earth should be turning, they should be instantly plunged into darkness. Instantly. Like, you know, you don't get very long if you're on a carousel and it's spinning around, obviously much less than 1,000 miles per hour. I'll just go back to miles for the sake of the inner hemispherians for the moment. A 25,000 mile circumference ball spinning means it has a radius of 4,000 miles, which means that the surface at any given point, especially towards the equator, where it's going to be mostly noticed, is going about Mach 1.35. That's 1 1/3 times the speed of sound, 1,035 miles per hour, with the speed of sound being about 767 miles per hour on average. So if you're on a merry-go-round doing 0.000647 RPMs and it's 4,000 miles from the center of the roundabout to the edge where you're sitting on your horse, then you are going Mach 1.35. You better wear your space helmet, mate. It goes back. Look at it. How the hell is it battling against that massive spin coming against us at 1,666.67 kilometers per hour. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nature is so cool. Except when they spray chemtrails across the frickin' sky, the motherfuckers. So yeah, you're on the outside of a merry-go-round, sitting on your horse, and you say you're only going 0.000694 RPMs, and the horse in front of you is standing still relative to you, you're still both going 1,040 miles per hour, breaking the sound barrier. So don't give me this bullshit that cloud can still be underlit after all this time by the sun. It's obviously not the sun. Who would think that's sunlight? Damn it, if you guys don't understand what the fluorescence of the noble gases actually is, that's what's given us twilight. It's the neon gas. When the sun gets so far away, it stops stimulating the argon so much, which dominates in that strong blue colour. Yeah, the beautiful blue colour we see of the blue sky. But now the neon is still slowly fluorescing, and clouds, just like the water, see how you can see a little pond of water there? Do you really think the sun is lighting that as well? Are you that stupid? You'd think that the sun is coming up over the horizon to light that pond of water? It's obviously the water of the atmosphere and of a pond is just reflecting the atmosphere itself, the atmospheric gases which are fluorescing. And that's why the clouds now appear that pinkish orange colour. And in daylight, when you're looking at them, the light they're reflecting makes them look white. Because that's what light is. Light is white. Even though it's pretty much, well, colourless. We've all seen Pink Floyd emblem showing a white light into the pyramid something to refract it, and out comes all the colours of the rainbow. So all the colours of the rainbow added together are white light, and white technically isn't even a colour. It's colourless colour, but it's the opposite of black, which is unlight. It's nox. That's why they call it night. Equinox comes from equal night, equal nox, and equal lux. Equilux, equinox. You got lux for daylight. We've got twilight in between, and we've got no light, night. That's nox. And there is the moon. You can almost see it coming through the clouds over there. You can't really because there's clouds in the way, but you can see the light coming from it. Oh my gosh, that must be the sun underlighting the clouds as well. See what I mean? It's once you understand the nature of light, it doesn't come from the source itself. It comes from the atmosphere. Look how bright that is over there. That's just gorgeous. Look at that. You still think the sun is underlighting clouds? Then you've got no idea of the nature of light. Or the nature of chemtrails. Or that star. Well, that star too. There's another one over there. There's that one, and just there is that one. And if you could see it by now, if it wasn't obscured by the clouds, you would see Venus and Jupiter as well. In fact, did I just get a glimpse of Jupiter through there? Maybe. No. Anyway, there's a lesson on the nature of light. The clouds, when they're underlit, are not lit by the sun. They're lit by the ionized noble gases. It can't get any more clearer than that. Because the full moon, which is tonight, which you can nearly just see now, it doesn't even rise until after the sun has set. And it's clearly risen. Clearly. And still we have clouds over here, which are kind of like, almost like storm clouds. They're getting that thick, which means they're low. There's no way that the sun, over all that distance away, beyond all that curvature drop, could be lighting these clouds. Oh, we've got a hairy plane. You think we could capture it? The speed of sound is pretty fast, which means it's probably already gone overhead. I think if I look about there, you might see it. Over there. It's hard to tell this time of night. Too many clouds. Too many clouds get in the way of the full moon rising. But it is a full moon rising. It is the 7th of March 2023. I am Iron Horse, also known by my birth name, Ross Thatcher. Find me on Facebook. See my pictures. See I'm not lying. There it is. There's Venus, at least. See, I'm not lying. And Jupiter may or may not make an appearance. There's a big fat bank of clouds there. Big fat bank of clouds blocking out all the way to the horizon. And still, the clouds are giving a slightly pinkish hue. That's suspicious. Still have to wonder there. I still do have to wonder. I think it's an interesting path to follow. Come on, focus. It's 10 times zoom. I might zoom in on when it's dark. There it is. Hello, Jupiter. I saw you. I saw you. Give me a little wink. You winker. I still think it's an interesting path to follow. The possibility of if Venus there is in fact the moon. You know, it's like, I know the moon is over there, right, like right there. But if it's shining through, kind of like a light through a pyramid, yeah, it's where were you? I think a bit over there. It's certainly not entirely outside the realm of possibility. There you are. And there you are for a second. Alright. Bugs are eating me alive here, so it's time to go inside. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up my sleeves, then nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood.